is a legitimate demon. Not what they call him a demon. He is a demon. Like, his skin color is pure white. His eyes, he has a thing where his eyes can turn. Since he's a demon, he has upgraded strength, speed, sight, defenses, and his eyes are red. He doesn't even need to fight with ninjutsu. He can literally use taijutsu and easily win a fight. And he also has a black lightning element, which is the only element he can really use because, well, all the other elements hurt his skin because, well, yeah. So, one day, he's about 4 years old, walking around the village, and then he's instantly kicked in the face by some pink billboard brow. It doesn't do a lot. He still stands up. He says, "Hey, you demon! Literally, get out of our village!" Then she goes for an attack. He goes, getting so pissed. So pissed. And this pink-haired billboard brow is Sakura, as you know. Then she goes for a punch. He catches her hand. He catches her hand with his right hand. Then spins her. Puts his hand on the back of her arm. Then slams her to the ground going, "Living like a musta." He says, then a villager kicks him in the face, which is a bad thing, and then blood comes out of his nose, says, "Hey, you demon, leave her alone." She goes, "Ow, he beat me up and punched me." Then he slapped her in the face, saying, I know he's a demon and all that, but I watched this, and I know he didn't touch you." Then the villagers will start throwing rocks at him. He goes, then using his demon powers, he pulls out his demon claws, his jet black demon claws, and destroys all the rocks. They say, "You freak! Leave the village already!" Your boy Christian is the last demon in the village. When he arrives, then he has to get to the academy. But before he picks up a quick, small bowl of ramen, when he goes in, Teiuchi says, "Get out, no demons allowed." He says, "Then why are you allowed?" He says, "Why, you little?" Then he catches him saying, "Listen, old man, I just asked for a tiny bowl of ramen and I'll pay." He says, "Fine." He gives him a small bowl of ramen and he pays extra money. He says, "Sorry for my troubles," then leaves, eating the ramen on his way. Then a Nora rock comes flying and crushes his ramen bowl. He goes, and he sees some dog boy saying, "Hey, are you the one who..." Oh yeah, Sasuke's not a bad person in this timeline. I mean, he's not like in those depressed Naruto things. He's not really like how Sasuke's a bully. He's not a bully in this timeline. He goes, and his Kiba saying, "And also, I ship Kiba and Sakura." Well, I don't, he just defends her. He goes, "My ramen!" He says, "Hey, you demon, did you hit her?" He says, "Almost broke her arm, so technically I didn't hit her." He goes, "Why you? Fang over fang!" He puts his hand out, grabbing Kiba's face, going, Then he runs to the academy, saddened that his ramen was destroyed, but he only has a little bit of noodles in his hands. He starts going, he says, "Well, that's all the food I had," then wipes his hands, cleans them up, then Iruka says, "You're late, demon." He says, "It's not he says, "Kiba's late." He says, "Are you talking back?" He says, "You're not my parent." He says, "That's right, you don't have parents." He goes, "Wow, that's a good thing to joke about. I'll be making sure that the devil keeps some space for you down there when I go. Because you're definitely going to hell, Iruka." He says, "Why you?" He goes for punch, he catches it and says, "Listen, Iruka, sensei." Then grabs his arm, then he does the exact same thing to Sakura and slams him down, going, "I'm not here to play in this crappy ninja academy where you play bully your student. I'm here because I want to be a shinobi." They say, "Hey, demon, let go of him." They all rush at him, except for Naruto and Sasuke. They don't give a crap. I mean, Sasuke doesn't give a crap. He wants to help. Naruto wants to help, but he's too weak. Naruto jumps in the way and then gets hit with tons of attacks. And they say, we'll beat up 2 demons in the process. He goes... Then all out of nowhere, they all feel a shock to their legs. They go, ah, ah. Then they all fall to the floor. He says, lightning style, lightning stream. Then he walks out of the classroom. 5 years later, so he's about 9 years old. One day, he hears a smash of his window. Someone smashes his window at night. He pulls out a kunai and says, who's there? Then it's a person with a sword on their back. There's 2 of them, one being a male and one being a female. He goes, get back. Then they pull off their mask saying, you don't remember us, little brother? He goes, hmm? He says, but I'm the only demon left. No one else is here. Then he runs up and hugs them both. I'm gonna call the boy Kazumi and the girl Yukie. He says, what are you guys doing here and why did you break my window? He says, well, we broke it because, well, we don't know why. He says, we're here to take you to our own village that our entire clan created. Called the village hidden in the demon. He goes, okay. But then, out of nowhere, a kunai comes and Christian catches it with 2 fingers. Then crushes it. Then the 3rd Hokage says, well then, Anbu shows up saying, he says, we have to go quick. They grab him and then disappear. With him, he goes, then they're already on the outskirts of the village and get out of there. Then they alert the 3rd Hokage that Christian from the demon clan has left the village. Was taken out of the village. He says that they need to get him back because he's an asset to the village. Just damn these villagers, why? Then Anbu catch up to them and they're trying to get away. The Anbu are pursuing them. Then out of nowhere, Yukie and Kazumi both get shurikens pelted at them and they hit them in the shoulders, cutting them up. He goes, ah! Christian with full force in his anger activates his demon claws and strikes them all, killing them all. He goes, then they finally body flicker to the village, hidden in the demons. Then they take him home to their actual home where the parents are. They knock on the door and they say, and the mom, I'm not really gonna give her a name, says, Yukie, Kazumi, have you guys got him? He says, yep, here he is. And he's hiding behind Yukie. Damn it! Then he drops his kunai and goes, damn it! He goes, well, he's already gotten it. He's already gotten something. He goes, then he says, come on. And then is about to touch him, but then he moves out of the way, going, Kazumi says, it's okay. This is our mother, aka yours too, since you are our brother. He goes, and doesn't trust, so he still stays behind. He's never seen his parents because right after the Ninetales attack, they escaped. Because they left because they knew that they were going to be treated like demons. He goes, back to this. then when he sees, he's still shy to go talk to her or even look at her. So then when they walk in, he says, Yuki says, "Where's father?" She says, at the Demon Kage office. He goes, "What's a Demon Kage?" He says, "I know what a Hokage is, but I don't know what a Demon Kage is." He goes, she says, "A Demon Kage is basically a Hokage, but it's just for this village." He goes, "Okay." 3 years later, oh yeah, he also enrolled into the Demon Academy, aka it's the Ninja Academy for the Demon Village. And he's training a lot, having tons of black lightning jutsus. There's no such thing as black water, but he can use water jutsu, wind jutsu. Also, then when he reaches 13, when he reaches 12, it's the final exam, which he easily passes. He's on a team with Mizumi, and he's on a team with a girl named Izumi, who is a demon hybrid, strong one, and also a boy named Akira, who's a full demon. And they're on a team with a sensei. They go on tons of missions until they go on one serious mission. He says, but then he gets I'm gonna call them Team 7. Team 7 gets a call to the office, to the Demon Kage's office. Christian yells, "Yes, father?" He says, "So we have some bad news and some good news." He says, "Okay, what is it?" He says, "You're going to be fighting the Team 7 of the Konohagakure." He says, "You're going to be fighting them because they want you back. They want their demon back that they had in the village, and they're going to use a team. And they chose their Team 7, we have our Team 7, which is you guys." He says, "Got that?" They all say, "Yep." And his name is Alex Sensei. I was going to call him Water Sensei or like Fire Sensei. I'm going to call him Demon Sensei, because he's like a strong demon. They all put on their outfits. If you know like that Orochimaru thing with the outfits, it's like that but much more black on it and blue, so they can have stealth. Then when they do this, then they'd meet up at the borders of both nations. He says, Sakura, Sasuke, and Naruto are there. So Kakashi, they say, Sakura says, "Where are these demons? We're supposed to have a fight with them so apparently we can get that demon back." He goes, then all 4 of them appear. They go, Kakashi's there too. He goes, he says, "Would you mind taking off your masks and telling us who you are?" The first person on the left pulls off her mask and says, "I'm Izumi." He says, "I'm Izumi." Then the boy on the left says, "I'm Akira," and pulls off his mask. Then they say, "The one in the middle looks kind of familiar." Then he pulls off his mask and says, "I'm Christian, the Demon Kage's son." And goes, he says, we're the one who's fighting to get you guys back, to get you back. He says, "I want nothing to do with any of you. I hate two of you. Actually, no, I hate one of you. And that's that pink billboard brand forehead." She says, "What you call me?" And before they even say start, Sakura rushes at him. He goes and blocks the attack. Then he grabs her arm, spins her around and breaks, and it's about to, he says, one more move and I'll snap your arm. She goes, Sasuke, help me! They just leave her there because of how annoying, because she deserved it. You can't just go attack and cheating. Then Izumi picks her, grabs her and throws her back. She goes, Naruto, why did you come and help me? He goes, because you asked for Sasuke's help, not mine. She goes and then punches him in the face. He goes, ow! She says, that's what you get, you stupid demon. When it starts, everyone disappears. Izumi versus Sakura starts, and Izumi is destroying Sakura. Sakura goes, cha! And misses a punch, and then Izumi kicks her in the face. She goes, cha! Next is Sasuke versus your boy, versus Adrian, not Adrian, what's his name? Akira. They already clashed their fists going, Then it's Christian versus Naruto. Christian and Naruto are hesitating to fight each other. Christian does remember him, but Naruto has two favorite memories of him. He throws a fist, Christian catches it, then breaks Naruto's arm and throws him to the ground. Going, Then he puts a sword to his throat saying, do you yield? He goes, yes. And says, Naruto was already knocked out. He says, just kidding, then poofs. Then he goes for a strike, Christian backflips, then grabs his fist and puts it behind his head. Then pushes him forward and then trips him. He says, Then he goes, living like a moose star. And then they're fighting. And then the conclusion of Sakura versus Izumi. One shot from Sakura, but it misses. Hits her in the face, but it doesn't knock her out. It does do a little bit more. But since she's a demon, has increased strength, speed, durability, and sight, she sees that attack coming and dodges out of the way and punches Sakura in the face, knocking her straight out. Oh yeah, in the battle between the senseis, they're tied. His Sharingan, Kakashi's Sharingan is helping, but Alex's what's his name? Alex's demon powers are rivaling the power of the Sharingan and then surpassing them. They're rivaling his Then he finally gets one strike on Kakashi, knocking him out. He goes. Then Akira versus Thing. Akira would finally go for one final kick, kicking Sasuke, knocking him straight out. Then it's Christian versus Naruto. He says, I'm sorry, Naruto, but this is how it has to be. He says, maybe if your village, or maybe if the Leaf Village wasn't so trash, I wouldn't be in this situation. Then he goes and knocks Naruto straight out with a blast. He goes, ah. Then when they get back, then they bring them to the village border. But then they realize there's a trap and Christian body flickers them back to the village. He says, how was the battle? He says, we won. By a mile. We didn't use any of our powers that much. All I did was blast Naruto. He says, do you know him? He says, yes. He was one that he wasn't really my friend, but he defended me once, but then got beat up anyways. Izumi says, why do you sound so emotionless? He goes, no idea. I'm just not too happy that I had to fight a tiny bit of a friend. When Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, and Kakashi returned, the third Hokage is very disappointed in them, saying that he thought he could easily defeat them, that they could easily defeat them. Maybe with some struggles, but then he realizes that they didn't do a lot. She says, well, they cheated. He says, how is that exactly? He says, well, I rushed at it. Then he called me a billboard forehead, a pink billboard forehead, so I went to punch him. Then he grabbed my fist and bent my arm back, then slammed me to the ground. I asked Naruto and Sasuke for help, but they didn't help me. Naruto says, correction, you asked Sasuke for help, not me. So don't try and drag me into your little problems. Well, Naruto's not that much of a jerk. He says, that's not really something you can complain about, Sakura. It's your fault. You shouldn't have done that. She goes, then when they get out of there, she says, Sasuke, can you go out? Do you want to go on a date? He says, no, don't talk to me. Go away. Then she yells, Naruto, this is all your fault. Then starts to beat the crap out of him, and Naruto can't fight back because he refuses to, because he doesn't want to fight the one that he likes. He goes, you don't want to die yet, you don't want to die yet, going on a right yet, I might start a right yet. And then he just not happy. Then Kakashi grabs her fist and says, Sakura, that's enough. You can't beat him up because Sasuke doesn't like you. She says, well, it's all Naruto's fault. If he was never here, Sasuke would have accepted. He says, just because you were there, just because Naruto's here, you think Sasuke would still like you? No, I think without Naruto, he would hate you way more. Then he gets even more mad. And then she goes, ah! Back at the demon village. He goes, also Kakashi would say, this is just proof that they're stronger than us. Then he's having a... Then during the summer... They decide to take a vacation. The team decides to take a thing. Oh yeah, the tuning exam. I'm gonna say the tuning exams are way delayed. They decide to go on a vacation to the Leaf Village, renting out a hotel. It has a spa, a nice pool. Also, the Dark Kage already paid for them. So then they head out. Then when they make it to the Leaf Village border, Kotetsu and Izumo say, please show us your passports to come to the Leaf. They show them, and then they say, alright, welcome to the Leaf Village, hope you enjoy your experience. Alex says, thank you for letting us come here. He goes, oh no, thank Lady Hokage. He says, wait, Lady Hokage? He goes, yeah, there's a new Hokage, and it's Lady Tsunade. He goes, oh, okay. Then when they make it there, they're having a fun time. Also, Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke would do that as a mission, being like, they'd also visit for there, because it's like in the outskirts of the Leaf Village. They just need their passports to check in. And it's a nice place. Then the whole team is in the pool. Christian enjoys it. He goes, this is fun. Akira goes, Christian, longest one to hold breath. Go, wind. He goes, bet. And they go underwater and they go. Then Akira goes up first. He goes, he says, I knew I could do it faster than you. Then Sakura turns and says, hey, isn't that demon freak? Kakashi says, Sakura, you can't just keep on calling him a demon freak. She goes, Cha! And goes to jump in the water, going for a high-tech splash. Like a high-tech punch. Like, jumps up in the air and says, I'm gonna kill you for what you did to me. You made Sasuke reject me. He goes, then Sasuke jumps in and kicks her out of the way, going, I didn't reject you because of that. I rejected you because I don't like you. Dang it. He goes, wait, hold on. What happened? He says, oh, and Sasuke goes flying down and lands on the water. Lands in the water. He goes, He says, hi, Sasuke. He goes, hello. Ikari says, wait, you two know each other? He says, yeah, we sometimes talk over the phone. And our conversation's really, really, really. And we talk a lot. Mostly for like an hour. I'm not going to continue the series, I just want to do this once.